Hey, how's it going, everyone? Thanks for tuning into episode 8 of the Keep It Simple podcast, your 5 minutes or less hit of value every day. So, I thought today we'll talk a little bit about choice. You're faced with probably a couple thousand choices a day, but what a lot of people fail to realize is that those choices, although they might not have a consequence today, give it a year, give it even a week, a month, 10 years, those choices you made today could impact you down the line. So, a classic example is guys going out for a few drinks with their mates, things get a bit heated, next minute, fight kicks out, guy punches another guy in the face, breaks his jaw, now all of a sudden he gets nicked, he's in prison for 5 years or whatever it is for grievous bodily harm. His choice in that second or 2 seconds to punch someone resulted in him now paying for it for 5 years. And I think a lot of the times we forget that every single choice we have has a consequence. Like today, I could go out and have 6 Big Macs for lunch. Yeah, chances are it's not going to be a problem with that today, because I'm 28, I gym every day, I probably do minimum of 8,000 steps a day, probably closer to 12 every day, so I work that off and it's fine. But 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 10 years down the line, those Big Macs will catch up to me, because I'm not a doctor, so I'm not about to try and insult you on my doctor intelligence. But the choice of what I eat today has a consequence down the line. I don't know if you've read Bulletproof. If you haven't, do yourself a favor, just pick it up and have a look. It's pretty decent. Asprey talks about certain foods that you eat that then impact your mitochondria and things like that, which then slow you down during the day, give you brain fog, those kind of things. And that's a choice you make. You decide, okay, once you've read that book, you now decide, okay, fuck it, he doesn't know what he's talking about, I'm going to eat those foods. And who knows, maybe I think he knows what he's talking about. I've kind of done a bit of it and I feel pretty good for it. So, but my point is that you have a choice. So the choice, Friday night, your choice is go out with your mates or go to university and learn something, or get an online course and learn something. Going out with your mates, yeah, short-term satisfaction, happy days. But let me tell you, the long-term satisfaction of doing that course is going to be a hell of a lot more beneficial to you. And it's a short-term pain for a long-term gain. And I think a lot of the times we forget about that, and we kind of run with, oh, this is going to be great short term. How many times, I don't know, how many times have all of you guys ever said, oh yeah, just do it, it'll be fun, or it'll be great, or it'll be funny, and then like 2 days later you're like, fuck, I never should have done that. So again, it's just a case of weighing up the pros and the cons, realizing that every choice you make has a consequence. Choices you made 10 years ago will impact you today. Let's say you 28 like me, so finish school at 18. Choices you made at 18 can affect you today. If you didn't grind at school and you didn't work your ass off and you didn't have the grades, a lot of jobs now they say, oh yeah, what was your school qualifications? Well, I failed school. Cool, good luck getting this job, And it's like, well, you're now being held accountable for a decision you made at 18, but it now has impacts for you later down the line. So the point of this whole sort of, I think I've taken quite a while to get to the whole point, but the point is that every day you have a decision, more than one decision, in fact, and you need to realize that although you think that there's no consequences to those decisions carry a lot of weight, and 10 years time you might look back and go, fuck, I can't believe how much of an impact that little decision that I made has now today. So just the next time you have a couple decisions to make, just think about what it could mean in the long term, and weigh up the pros and the cons. I'm approaching my 5 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up there. We're on Stitcher and iTunes, so check us out, give us a rating, give us some love on social media. Thanks for tuning in, and chat to you guys tomorrow. Cheers, bye.